Hi everybody, my name is Mr. Brown. Here's the first of our recorded lessons. Just a quick tutorial to remind people how to look at averages. It's probably going to be more use to people doing a foundation, but if you think you need a bit of a recap, we're going to go through all the different types of average, why you might need to use them, how you'd work them out, and then look at an example of an exam question at the end. Hopefully you can all now see the screen. First average, which we're going to look at, is the mode. Mode just means the most common item or items. Generally only useful if it's a piece of a set of data where you can't really work any other averages out. So things like hair color, car color, what type of pet people have, you could find the mode, whereas you couldn't find a mean or a median. I'm going to write the answers in red so you can see them more clearly. So for first list numbers, we've got the mode of 4, 6, 9, 2, and 6. We can obviously see that was 2 6s there. That means the mean is going to be 6. Second list of numbers, we've got 2 3s and we've got 2 1s. So in that situation, we've got two modes. So the modes are going to be 1 and 3. The last list of numbers is a bit different because, as you can see, we've got a 3 there 3 times and a 4 there 3 times as well. So in that situation, there isn't a mode. So you would write no mode. You wouldn't write 0, as 0 is the number which isn't in that list. So write no mode. Second average, which is median. It's a middle piece of data once you've put them in order. And it's a really useful average because what it does is it ignores any really, really big or really, really small numbers. They don't affect the median. The median is literally just the one in the middle. So your first step is to put the numbers in order. So we go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And in this situation, the middle one is 3. So that's your median. For the next list of numbers, we've got in order 1, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. So as you can see, the middle one, where you've got two numbers in the middle, 5 and 6, the median's halfway between them, which would be 5.5. For our last set of numbers, put them in order again. 2, 3, 7, 8. Median again, between two numbers, 3 and 7. So you need to find a number which is halfway between 3 and 7. So 3 plus 7 is 10. Half of 10 is 5. So 5 is your median. The last type of average is your mean. And your mean it's the most common type of average. It's what you would get if you put average into Microsoft Excel. You add them up and divide by how many pieces of data there are. As you can see, we've got 4 numbers. 4 plus 7 plus 10 plus 11 is 32. Just put it in red. So we do 32 divided by 4, which is 8. Okay, so 8 is a mean of those 4 numbers. Really useful average because it includes all 4 pieces of data. You're not ignoring any of them. But if I change one of these numbers so that it was a lot bigger than the rest, it would have a massive effect on the mean. So the mean is quite easily what we call skewed by really, really big or really, really small numbers. You're unlikely to get an exam question which asks you to find a mean directly. So we'll see later that you really need to remember this definition. The last thing I'm going to show you is something called a range. The range isn't an average, it's a measure of how spread out numbers are. And it's just the difference between the biggest and the smallest number. So if we look at this list, the biggest is 27, the smallest is 1. So all we would do is 27, take away 1, so your range is 26. Okay, I hope that made sense, I hope that was quite straightforward. So if we look at an example question, this is taken from one of the new GCSE papers. What we need to decide is whether this basketball team scored 13 points in their 11th game. So in 11 games, you got a mean of 33 points per game. So what we need to do is work out the total amount of points you got in those 11 games. So all we would need to do is multiply the mean by how many games you played, and that will give us a total for those games. So we'll do 33 times 11, which is 363. Because that means 363 divided by 11 gives us a mean of 33. Same thing for 10 games. In this case, we know that in 10 games, their mean was 2 points higher, so the mean must have been 35. So do 35 times 10, which gives a total of 350. So that means that in the 11th game, we do 363, take away 350, which is 13 points. Okay, so we scored 13 points in the 11th game. And it's really important in these questions like this, you make a decision. So it says in the question, is Jordan right? He is, because he did score 13 points. So you finish your question by saying Jordan was right. Okay, so that's just a really quick run through recap on everything you need to know about basic averages, sort of question you're going to get. Hopefully this will be useful when you're doing your work that your teachers set you next week. All right, thanks everybody. Bye.